If you're drinking water and minding your business, drop some fire emoji in the chat.
Hello?
Guys.
Hey, Keith, how are you? I'm good. What's up? Oh, there's a service tomorrow? Okay. What time? 1 o'clock? Okay. We'll be there. No. Okay, I reached out to him. I don't think they had it. I don't think it was solidified at the time. Okay. All right.
I'm great. Stay with me. I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. Welcome.
All is perfect and complete. 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 I'm full of grace, full of faith, I'm full of peace. I'm full of grace, full of grace, I'm full of peace. All is perfect and complete. 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 I'm full of grace. I'm full of peace.
Welcome. We are going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for being on the line. Listen, good news. If you are here, it is because somebody you love, trust, or want to make money with has invited you to tonight's call. And I have the easy job. All I get to do tonight is just tell you my testimony, tell you my journey, share some of my personal insight behind this project with you. I got the easy job. But the person who invited you to this information, they're really the one that you got to thank. So do me a favor. I want you to just take a quick moment and thank the person that invited you tonight to this atmosphere. We really believe that there is greatness inside of you. We are the type of people that want to come together as a community and advance ourselves. If you don't have a wealth community, and wealth doesn't always mean money. Wealth starts here. If you don't have people pouring into you, speaking life over you, who want different for your situation, congratulations, you just found your tribe. And I'm so grateful to be in this space with you guys. My name is Wanda Webb. Let me make sure I turn this off so there's no echo. My name is Wanda Webb, and I live in the beautiful city of Dallas, Texas. And I have been now a full-time entrepreneur for over a decade. Thank you, God. My background is in nursing. I actually used to be a paraplegic nurse. And it was through that career that God really worked on my heart and showed me compassion, ingenuity. He gave me strength because being a nurse was hard. But every day I had the pleasure of being with people on the worst day of their life. And that really grew power in me and let me see people the way that God sees people. And from there, I just started to really grow boldness inside of me. Maybe it was the fact that I was exposed to people who were either transitioning or injured in a way that was going to radically change their life. But I would see my patients and I would just be motivated to not waste a day, to not waste the fact that I still had an able body, I had an able mind, I had a mouth that could speak greatness, I had arms and legs that could do great things. It was being in that career where I really realized I was kind of playing small in life. And ultimately, I went back to really thinking about what I really wanted when life started. When I was 19, 20, 21 years old, I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And that author taught me that not everybody's broke and that poverty is more of a mindset than it is a number in your bank account. And that was my very first conversation when it came to bettering myself and increasing my ability to grow wealth. And I want you to remember that wealth sometimes isn't a number in your bank account. Wealth is peace and harmony and grace and mindset and community. And so tonight, guys, I get the pleasure of sharing my story and really exposing you to a platform that has brought together amazing people who want more, who are now reaching out to you to ask you one very simple question. And that question is this: can you see yourself winning here? And by the time that we're done, I hope that you could boldly answer that question, whether it's yes or no. Either way, we feel blessed to be the conduit that introduces you to this conversation. So let's get right into it. I saw this 4 years ago. And at the time, I was just looking to really take money that I had made and do something different with it. I had some great success in business. I was doing well. I at that time was now 6 years out of my career. My husband was also 6 years out of his career. He was a United States Air Force pilot, an aircraft commander that served your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, and your fathers. He probably brought back some of your family members. And even though he had a very prestigious and decorated career, there was an entrepreneur in him. So when he medically retired out, we saw an opportunity for us to go full-time into our dreams. And that worked out for us. There were many tools that allowed us to become full-time parents, everything from real estate to business development, product development, marketing. But what I'm about to show you now has been the thing that I'm most excited about in my life because it's brought me the most reward. I Am Mastery Academy is an academy, a community where we really want to add something to your skill set. We know that over the course of the last couple of years, a lot has changed for us. The way that we do business has changed. I mean, you're on a Zoom account. Did you even know what that was 4 years ago? And so we have decided during this pandemic, during this global shift, that we wanted to just get sharper. And this has been the atmosphere that we've chosen to do that. But 4 years ago, right before all of that was happening, I just had something in my mindset that said, grow your money. I knew that we were at a place now where it was time for us to grow our money. And there's levels to this, right? Most of us, we loved our jobs. We really did, but we knew that they weren't forever. Eventually, he was not going to be able to fly. I was not going to be able to lift grown men and women off their bed. Eventually, we knew that our bodies were going to sabotage our work, our career choice. And so we knew pretty early on that one of the desires that we both had was to put money away, to save, to invest, to have more than enough. But when you're a little Puerto Rican girl born in Queens, New York, and an amazing Black man born in Compton, California, there's not a whole lot of conversation around that can show you exactly what that looks like. So we dug into mentorship. And that mentorship is what ultimately really introduced us to what it meant to be self-employed. This is a part of our life where we decided to launch an invention. My husband actually has a kitchen invention, and that took us by storm. We really just were creating something inspired by his mother, and we were pulled into the world of commerce, of product development. And it was through those relationships that we found the world of marketing. And I really believe that is what shifted us into entrepreneurs full time, being able to network with amazing people filled with solutions. But 4 years ago, I was really, really wanting to get to the very top, which I knew was becoming an investor. See, when we look at global wealth, what we understand is that 95% of the population, we're all living off 5% of the world's money. But there is 5% of the population that gets to indulge in 95% of the world's money supply. And you don't have to take my word for it. You can go to resources like usdebtclock.org. You're going to write that one down. Please do. usdebtclock.org that track our debt, our national debt, that track even down to how much every household owes the government for us to get back to zero. Did you know that you are pegged to owe the government over $200,000 to help them pay back their trillions of dollars in debt? And so when you look at this information, it only makes sense that a lot of us have had that same internal conversation. Hey, listen, I need my money to get to work. I need more than just my knees and my back to get to work. I need my money to get to work. And reading books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cashflow Quadrant, reading some of these books, I always knew that the last goal for us was to become investors. But what does that mean? What does that mean? That means I'm gonna hunt down properties and hope I can flip them? Is that what that means? Because that sounds like a lot of capital I might not have. Does it mean that I'm gonna enter to the stock market blindly based off a YouTube referral? Because that just does not feel like wisdom. What does it mean to enter into that 1% and to become an investor, where the goal is to allow your money to work for you? And here's what I found. I found 4 years ago that there was a small community that was an invite-only community where I could learn to do this in the world's largest financial markets. Congratulations, you just got invited to that invite-only community. And what we do is very simple. We educate. We are focused on education. We are focused on proper knowledge because we believe that if we can give you the right information, that you will be able to follow your instinct from there. Now, the world does this a little differently. Let me tell you how the world does this. The world likes to speculate and guess. The world doesn't like to learn. So what they do is they take that referral off YouTube even though they don't know that person. They take that stock market tip from their cousin who's more broke than they are because it just feels good to delegate the thinking to someone else. Can we just admit that it feels good to not have to make all the decisions, to delegate the thinking to somebody else? But where has that gotten you? I'll be transparent. Delegating the decisions to someone else actually hurt me. I had made some financial decisions, my husband and I, and then only to find out that it wasn't exactly what we thought it was. From that moment on, we decided never again. You're going to have to answer my questions and make it make sense. I don't care if you think you are dumbing it down. Go ahead, dumb it down, because I will not ever forfeit my children's future again, all because I want the pleasure of delegating the thinking to someone else. And if you're still on the line, congratulations, because you understand that education is more powerful than any trade signal, than any speculative stock market tip, than any I think or maybe or you should try. There is nothing that beats a solid education. And believe it or not, you can learn this skill set. You can learn the skill set of Forex education. Forex is just fancy for foreign exchange. It means that at all times, the world is doing business in multiple currencies. And when that happens, there's shifts in the market that naturally happen between currencies. As a Forex trader, you get an opportunity to understand what those shifts are and how to leverage them so that you can make a proper prediction of where price is going. And when you do, you can earn. Education that also focuses on digital cryptocurrency. It's probably the hottest conversation over the last 2 or 3 years. But I'm so blessed that I did not have to wait for the masses to tell me about a meme coin to participate. 4 years ago, this is what drew me here, knowing that there was a cryptocurrency conversation happening. And I was already 2 documentaries in and ready to make some decisions, but I had no idea where to start. It's the DCX education here that showed me baby step by baby step how to create a wallet, how to fund it, how to then decide from there how I want to hold my crypto, how I want it to grow, what projects to participate in that were valid and not just a guess from somebody you know. The DCX platform here is, to me, the world's best, most reputable cryptocurrency education. Our educators are so down to earth, but extremely knowledgeable at the same time. One of the ways that we reach the masses is we understand that people learn in different ways. So when you first get started, we're going to real quick catch you up in some short videos. We want to just bring you up to speed in this conversation. So when you first get started, you'll watch some short pre-recorded videos that kind of just let you know some of the key terms you should know. So then we can go live. And go live is my favorite part. I love sitting back, having a good conversation with the friends in my head. These educators, they're the friends in my head. They may not know it, but they're probably going to get written into my will, because I have been able to make great market decisions based off the education they've given me. Educators like Manny Quinones, who taught me how to mark up a chart in the world of Forex. Educators like Kim Torres, who taught me how to find zones. Educators like Curtis Cobain, who helped me buy my very first altcoin, and it's up since I first bought it. Educators like Mike Sotero, who then taken that crypto conversation to a completely different level, helping me participate in decentralized financial platforms. All of this live. So think of this as Netflix, but for the markets, Netflix for making money, because it's exactly what this is. I've been able to trim down some of my Netflix and chill time and instead add some go live time in my week. So that way I'm not stuck wondering what's happening. Most times we're having conversations that don't even hit mainstream news feeds for another month. We're getting an opportunity to look at coins and to learn how to look at coins and projects the right way so that we feel good about investing in these projects. All of this from Go Live. Go Live is where you will probably spend 90% of your time. Question: if you could pick 1 hour a week, pretty much any hour you'd like, because we record everything, if you could pick 1 hour a week, and that 1 hour a week would make you one of the top 5 educated, most knowledgeable persons in the world of cryptocurrency, would it be worth it? I can say that because the numbers are this. Only 6% of the world is participating in any way, in any capacity in cryptocurrency. 94% of the world don't even know what crypto is yet. We're early. You're early. So I know you see a lot of noise on your news feed. You think you're lit because Bitcoin's at 40-ish, but I'm here to tell you that you're incredibly early. In fact, your timing is uncanny because the markets are doing powerful things. And we know this because we're learning live from powerful educators. We know this because the company has created in Tools House. We are third party, nothing, everything created here, tools that we can look at. Now, I know on your screen, it looks like squiggly lines. And if you're like me, a nurse, you're thinking someone's about to have a heart attack. That looks like an EKG. I just want you to know if you would give an educator about 20, 30 minutes of your life, they would be able to teach you how to go from interpreting this as a heart attack to interpreting this as a potential bull run, as a potential uptrend, as a new high. They would be able to teach you how to read this. This is something you can read just like ABCs, just like 1, 2, 3s. If you have a 4th grade education, you will be able to understand this. You just need someone to show you. When I first got started, I wasn't great at marking up any chart. So the tools were a little bit of a crutch for me so that it could do it for me. And I could see, oh, wait, the RSI is oversold. That makes sense. I get it. I remember what they told me about that. Tools like the harmonic scanner that let me know about potential reversals in the market. Tools like Swipecoin even that send me the idea so that I can take my information that I know and decide if that's something I want to enter into. We understand that for many of you, this is your first time participating. We want to make it as easy as possible with copy and paste tools. We do a lot of this through mobile apps so that this device right here can finally make you some money and not just cost you money. We want you to feel like you're in control. So what we do is we make our experience completely customizable. And so I'm going to share a different screen really quick so that you can see what it looks like to get started. When you decide to get started with us, you're going to see that we teach so much more here. We have a drop shipping academy by the name of ECX. I love ECX. I would have never considered myself going into the world of drop shipping, but last year, I had some time on my hand, like a lot of you, and I decided that I was going to learn Shopify. Now, by myself, it felt like I needed a master's degree to learn Shopify. But with ECX Academy, they literally click by click helped me create my own store. And now I drop ship items all over the world. I was able to kind of get into my own niche of digital content, and that has allowed me to make what some people would consider a full-time income just off my ECX store. And that's not even my main baby here. My main baby here is DCX Academy. That's what first got me here. This academy is also rolling out new products that are coming. And I don't want to, spoil it, but I want you to know that we're thinking about all the ways that you can earn from home. What are all the ways that you can earn from home? What about a stock academy? What about an academy that teaches you how to finally get paid to advertise, even if you're a micro influencer? Those things are coming because our company is committed to innovation. We might have started as just a Forex platform, but we were the best Forex platform. And from there, we've taken that excellence mindset into cryptocurrency, into time-based trading, into drop shipping, and more academies that are to come. So how are you making money from home? How are you making money from your phone? If you aren't doing anything right now, other than exchanging your hours of life for a salary, I just want to be able to say, hey, there's a way. And it's not fluff. Your friend can really show you what they've been up to. So here's what it's like to get started. Let's say you're here, you're like, Wanda, I've heard about Forex and the foreign exchange market. That's why I'm here. Congratulations, you're starting during an amazing time. We actually have a promotion. What usually costs $235 is gonna only cost you $185 to get started and $175 a month to keep up with it. Now, I'm like the average person. I don't care how much money I make. I like saving money more than anything else. So when something is subscription, it's gotta bring me value. Netflix almost got cut because they raised their prices one more time. And I really struggled with wondering if Love is Blind was worth that price of that increase. I struggled asking myself, are they tripping? Because even Disney's not that much. But I'm still there because I have value, because there's value there, because I got kids for real and they love the content. I want you to look at this as something that you're going to learn to love because there's value there. As long as you do it, as long as you tap in, there's value. Now, if I buy a gym membership, but I never go, is it that there's no value in the gym or I have not activated the value? So if you're the kind of person that gets excited about things, but you never execute, you never keep the promises you make to yourself, you might struggle here. And that's just me being honest with you, being a good friend to you. But if you're the kind of person that says, no, I am coachable, I can learn something. This job's got me learning new skill sets. This job's got me doing more jobs than what I'm here for. Why not do that for myself? If that's to you, then absolutely, you'll see value here. Maybe you're here because you heard about time-based trading or cryptocurrency academy. It doesn't matter which academy you pick. You can buy them individually. Even our drop shipping academy, $185 and $175 a month to keep up with it. Now, there's some people on the line, they want a little bit of everything. They're looking at the Forex Academy, the Crypto Academy, the Time-Based Trading Academy, and they're thinking, these all kind of go together. These kind of go together. What can I do to get all of it? Instead of having to pay $185 per package, exceeding over $700 in cost, what we're going to do is we're going to call that an elite package. And we're going to allow you to get access to all three academies. $325 to get started, $275 a month to keep up with it. Mickey Mouse money. Wendy's gets more than that. Best Buy gets more than that. Walmart gets more than that. And they've never given you an opportunity to put a penny in your pocket or to learn a skill set. Again, the value is activated when you make a decision to really dig into what you're purchasing. So 4 years ago, I came here and I said, I want to learn how to read the charts. I want to see if that's a real thing. I don't want no one to send me any trades. I'm a little suspicious. What I want is I want the ability to know how you got that. How did you know it was going up? How did you know it was going down? I want to know what you know. And so 4 years ago, I got on my very first Go Live session with I call her the Forex Fairy Godmother, Dr. Kathy Kirkland. And she showed me how to read something called the cloud. I've never been able to look at a chart any other way since then. And I know from that night that I was going to be doing this the rest of my life because it made sense. Because what I expected to intimidate me actually motivated me, and I got started. So whatever makes sense for you, is it Forex? Is it our crypto academy? Is it time-based trading? Whatever makes sense for you, that's the conversation that we want to have tonight. Now, I want to shift gears just a little bit and kind of give you a bigger picture of what else our company does here. We actually grow as a community very naturally, very organically. Remember when I said invite only? That is the only way you can become a part of the academy. This allows us to keep our atmosphere exactly what we want it to be. People that are growing together, that are learning together, people who are coachable, and people who are here for the right reasons. So what we do is we know that great people join this academy every single day. And we know that great people know great people. So we offer them what we call our 2 and free scholarship. It's simple. If you have 2 friends in your life that might also want to learn this skill set, maybe they talk like you. Maybe they do weird things like you, like listen to motivational music or read books about mindset or look at YouTube videos about making money, expanding your skill sets, making yourself better. Maybe they're just like you. Those are the people we want you to invite. And when you invite 2 customers and they come on board, as a thank you from our company, we want to waive your monthly fees. So any of the packages that are $175 a month, no more. If you go elite and it's now $235 a month, $275 a month, no more. We're going to waive that monthly fee for you as long as those 2 active customers are active, as just a way to say thank you. Because in the year 2022, the way to build a company is through trust. And there's no better way to build through trust than the people who see value and the people who can vouch for their own experience. Now, I want to shift gears just a little bit. I need you to know that everything you've heard up until this point is exactly what we're about. It is the academy. It is our attempt to influence you to add a skill set to your belt so that you can do something differently. This second part is completely optional. Say optional with me. In fact, only about 10% of people do it, and we're okay with that. This second part says, what if you happen to share it with more than 2 people? What does that mean? Well, at that point, we want to invite you. We want permission to pay you as an IBO, an independent business owner, and you now have the authority to market this. Now, you know all those Fashion Nova ads you see, all the children's place ads you might see, moms. And you know how your favorite influencers are now affiliate marketers? I just saw a young lady that I follow. She's got a meal deal at Taco Bell. I'm like, wow, this is a different world that we live in. You can really come up off just influencer marketing. But guess what? You influence someone. You have impact on someone's life. If you think you don't, that's a lie. You are valuable. In fact, we believe you are highly valuable. And we believe that when highly valuable people give their opinion about a platform and they've had such a good experience, they want to expand that platform, that now puts us in business together. Welcome. We want to share with you what I believe is the most aggressive and generous compensation plan that exists. Very simple. Let's say you share it with one more person, and now that's 3 customers. Congratulations. You're now going to earn $150 every single month. We're going to send that to you every week. We're going to send you about 30 something dollars and some change. Break that up, and every single Friday you're going to get that every month, equaling $150. Let's say that those 3, some of them share it, some of them don't. You continue to talk about it. Let's say somehow that 3 turns to 12. There's so many ways to slice this, but it turns to 12. Congratulations. We now want to give you a raise and pay you $600 a month. I've had my pleasure of being pitched to affiliate with many companies, and I can promise you, if I sold 12 pair of jeans every single month, that company would not give me $600 a month. I promise you, if I would help them sell 12 earrings every single month, they're not sending me $600 every single month. It would not make any sense for their business model, but here it makes absolute sense. $600 a month, 12 customers. Just pause right there, because there's bigger numbers coming, but I just need you to pause. Do you think that there's a shot that if you tried, that 12 people might hear you out about your experience here? I hope 6 would. Could 6 turn to 12? Could 6 influence 12? There's so many ways to think about this. I'll leave you with this. You better have influence over 6 people, because you're going to need at least 6 to carry your casket. So start making phone calls now, okay? From there, the next rank is Platinum 1000. That means 30 people. I hit this rank in my very first 2 weeks. I do not expect that to be normal. It's not. I have some experience in this. I was aggressive. I knew exactly what I wanted. But I hit that in the very first 2 weeks. And out of the 30 amazing customers that were now part of my organization, I knew about 10 of them. But I was excited. And I was telling my friends how to jump on the Go Live sessions. I was showing them how to download apps. I knew nothing about trading yet. But even as a student, I could point them in the right direction. $1,000 every single month. Why? Because I happened to talk enough to get 30 people's attention. And 30 people found value here. 30 families found value here. Let me ask you something. Whatever you do today for work, for money, if you were to do it 30 extra times this month, would you be locked into $1,000 a month every single month? Now, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Favor, those gig industries that are really underpaying you, they're using your vehicle, they're using your body, they're using your energy, but they're drastically underpaying you. If they deserve your time and attention, then I promise you, we can do better than they ever can. I want you to look all the way at the very far bottom. We covered Platinum 150, go up, Platinum 600, and Platinum 1000. The next rank is known as Platinum 2000. Now, notice I have not said the words up to 2,000 a month, kind of like 2,000 a month. Could be. No, it is 2,000 a month. 75 active customers. You only have to know 3. $2,000 every single month. Whatever you do for a living, if you were to do it 75 more times this month, would they lock you in a 24,000 extra every single year? You could finally pay off some of that debt. You could finally take those kids on a vacation. Just get them a passport, mama. Just get them a passport so they're eligible to travel. You could finally put them in some sports, the good ones. You don't have to put the loaf of bread or the milk bag. Life changes $2,000 a month. For me, once that happened, I got excited about where this was going. Platinum 5000 was like a dream. Like, could that happen? And it did. My husband and I partnered up. We felt conviction as we talked about this because we saw what we were learning and doing. And within our first 30 days, 225 people were a part of our organization. Now, I'm here to tell you that is not normal. Okay, I'm not here to make it sound easy. It's not. But whatever you're doing today, I promise you it's not easy. In fact, I want you to repeat after me. I can do hard things.
I can do
your
hard
ancestors
things.
did. It's in your DNA. You can do hard things. The next rank for us was Chairman 10. I hit this in about 60 days. Again, guys, I'm just want to make it very clear. It's not normal. We worked hard. I worked hard I was one of the first people using Zoom to do this type of business. When everyone else was taking flights, I had to be home with kids. I couldn't do that. I had to do this from this seat. Chairman 10, 500 beautiful families all the way from Canada to Kenya, $10,000 a month. Nursing couldn't do that for me. My husband being a pilot couldn't do that for me. Nothing I had ever touched could do that for me. Not from behind the camera, not at home with a nice blazer on, but with leggings on underneath. I'm not sure what number on this screen speaks to you, but I want you to just touch one. Just touch one. Go ahead and stick it. Come on, I know somebody's paying attention because they feel the vibes. They know this is real. Just touch a number and say that one's mine right there. Now, I just want to give you some bravery. Whatever number you touch, go up because you deserve that too. For me, I'm currently a Chairman 25 in this company. I'm so happy and grateful that I've been able to impact over 1,200 families, but I came for everything. And I see the very top rank of this company. And I've met the individuals who are Chairman 750s, and I love them, but they're not better than me. I'm so grateful for them, but they don't have anything I don't have. I look up to them, but I'm not beneath them. And I know that if I can just keep doing what got me to Chairman 25, that I will meet the right people, the right leaders, and our influence will grow. Every single day, my affirmation is this: God, expand my territory and keep me from harm, just like Jabez. And if he expands my territory big enough, then I can reach 70,000 amazing families all over the globe. And if I help them get what they want, then I will get what I want. That's what I believe. This is the part where you get back to the person that invited you to see this information. Just be transparent. It doesn't have to be weird. We're not here to strong arm you into anything. In fact, a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. We're just looking for people who see this and there's an immediate leap in their gut. They say, this is what I need to do. This is what I've been looking for. And if that's you, I just want to say welcome. Welcome to a community that knows that wealth is holistic, that wealth is not just reduced to the money in your bank account. It's about your peace, your harmony. It's about the influence that you are making on other people's lives. And we just want to say welcome to the team. Let me be the first to say welcome to the team. And the last question is this: can you see yourself winning here? I hope that you can. If you don't have enough courage, don't worry, you can borrow ours. If you're looking at this and you're thinking, I don't have $185, that's even more reason to get started. We know that you'll figure out the money part. You are intelligent. You can do that. If you're looking at this and you're thinking, I've got to ask my spouse permission, I pray that you can live a life where you'll never have to ask permission to get an education. Be direct. Let them know what you want. If you're looking at this and you're thinking, but will you help me? Absolutely. Helping you is the first thing that we do. If you're thinking, I don't have the time, there is no such thing as managing time. There is only managing priorities. You'll figure it out. You've been time pressed before. If you're thinking, can a mom do this? Yes, she can. I've done this. Brittany Garrison has done this. Angela Cruikshank has done this. Many moms have excelled here. If you're thinking, I'm too young and nobody's going to trust me, ask Bryce Thompson. Ask Nathaniel, Samuel. Ask these young men and women who have done this. If you're watching this and you're thinking, I'm too old for this, ask Sakina Abdul-Jalil, who's a chairwoman and a grandmother. None of us believe that she's really in her 50s, by the way. I mean, I think she's got a cream hookup. I don't know. She's amazing. My point is this: you are already qualified. The only thing stopping you is your own limiting beliefs. The invitation is here. One of my favorite books says that when you are not accustomed to going through the front door, you will insist on going through the back. And if there's not a back door, you will insist on building one. I hope that dies tonight. Thank you guys so much for being on the line. Thank you for being here. We'll kick it for a couple of minutes to see if there's any urgent questions in the chat box, but do me a favor, pick the phone up right now and call the person that invited you to see this information and go, man, that girl was good. Go ahead and just tell them I receive it. Thank you guys so much for being on the line. I love you. Let's grow together. You are allowed to grow in front of us. Bye. Gratitude.
Look, I'm great, attitude, I'm great, of gratitude, I'm great, attitude, I'm great, of gratitude, I'm grateful, attitude, I'm great, of gratitude, I'm grateful, attitude, I'm great, of gratitude, dance, I'm great, 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 attitude, I'm great, of gratitude, I'm great, attitude, I'm great, of gratitude, I'm grateful, attitude, I'm great, of gratitude, I'm grateful, I'm attitude, great, I'm grateful, I got an attitude of gratitude, attitude of gratitude, attitude of gratitude, I got an attitude of gratitude, attitude of gratitude, attitude of gratitude, look, I'm great, attitude, I'm great, of gratitude, I'm great, attitude, I'm great, of gratitude, I'm grateful, attitude, I'm great, of gratitude, I'm grateful, attitude, I'm great, of gratitude.
All right. Guys, I hope this was very good information for you, because it definitely was for me. And this is just one way that you can actually develop cash flow for your business. Like, I'm serious. At some point, you're going to have to learn foreign exchange. That is one way that you can build cash flow for your business, guys. I went on earlier today, and I actually was in I was in one of our strategies. And in one of our strategies, I showed people how you can make money in 1, 2, or 3 minutes using our hourglass strategy. I went on, I showed the entire strategy, and then I showed you a broker that we use to pair that strategy and the broker together, and show people how to put money, in their pockets in 1, 2, or 3 minutes. So if you're looking to build, business cash flow, your current job is not going to be it. And if you have a business and your business is not providing you the cash flow that you need to sufficiently run your business, then try getting your money. Try learning a skill set that is going to give you money for your business. Just give it a try. Give it a try. Give it a try. Because I'm telling you, if you are a person of business, if you have something that you have to, pay every single month, then that's going to be cash flow. You need to develop cash flow to keep that going. So I can tell you right now, in order for me to be able to speak to you guys, I have to subscribe to a company called StreamYard. StreamYard allows me to connect with you guys via live stream. I also have to meet people one-on-one. That's with a Zoom account, because Zoom, if you have a free account, it's only going to give you 40 minutes of time, but you might have some days where you might have to go over that 40 minutes, and you don't want to be in the middle of a presentation or middle of something, and all of a sudden Zoom just kicks you out. That is a fee. That's a source. That's a fee that I have to pay on a monthly. So at the same time, I have to develop cash flow in order to keep it going. You have to pay a CPA to manage your business, or to look at the scope of your business and show you how healthy your business is. That you got to pay that person. But guess what? You're going to need cash flow in order to do that. Guys, I can tell you, where's my book? When I started writing things out that I have to pay on a monthly basis, I was like, oh, wow. You got to have cash flow to be able to do all of this. You got to have cash flow. Got to have cash flow. So I have a little booklet here that I keep. And it's got all the things that I have to pay monthly. It's monthly subscriptions that I pay. I mentioned StreamYard. I mentioned Zoom, MailChimp, my mass email blast resources. Guys, I pay Audible, actually Audible to read inspirational books, to listen to inspirational books. I pay Legal Shield to make sure that if I have any business or anything that I have to pay as it relates to my business, I have Legal Shield to cover that. Let's see, I have to pay for my website. My website, that's annual, but Planoly, when I'm placing um social media content. And then I just recently reached out to a social media content company I'm trying out to see how they work and see if we're a good fit. But those are things that's going to require cash flow. um I have to pay for my land that's in Las Vegas. that's monthly that's monthly. Let's see what else. Actually, I pay to be able to have this entire platform every single month to help me bring in cash flow. If you put it that way, yeah, I do. Let's see. GoDaddy, which is my domains. So that's an annual thing. Um, but yes, there's quite a few things, and not to mention your necessities like your likes, your gas, your car notes, your health insurance, my life insurance. Those are things that I have to pay for on a monthly basis, and you got to develop cash flow in order to do that. So that's and not to mention the place where you live. I mean, I'm paying for the place that I live, car notes, car insurance. I have land in Las Vegas, on the Las Vegas Strip. I have to take care of that. But guys, what I use to take care of that is I use cash flow. I get in the markets, I learn, I develop a skill set. I don't leave it up to nobody else to trade for me. I learned the skill set for myself. I'll never leave something like that up to someone to trade it for me. And if you go back to some of my previous videos where I talked about, there are so many of these Ponzi scheme bot trading platforms that are not even legal right now. They're just, they're passing time um, until they're out of course with the SEC. But I'm just telling you about a cool, legitimate company that I use right now that I'm also getting residual income with. So that's cash flow and residual income. If you were, like she mentioned, if you were able to make $1,000 extra a month, that's added. That's an added benefit to what you're doing. Cash flow is going to be most important. And if you're trying to, get into the real estate market where you're trying to flip houses or you're looking to flip houses, you need capital, which is cash flow, in order to do that. If you don't have no capital and no cash flow, then you can't do it. And I wouldn't suggest, if you're currently working on a job and you're receiving 401k, I wouldn't suggest you take your 401k out just to have some capital for to flip a house. I would suggest, honestly, that you learn how to build your money in binary options. You can take a small amount, you can leverage a small amount. That's the thing, you can leverage a small amount of money to get a large gain. And if you stick with it and stay with it and be consistent and committed to it, guys, it's going to outgrow your 401 portfolio, and it'll give you the capital and the cash flow that you need in order to have a sustainable business. It's going to give you the capital and the cash flow that you need in order to build other businesses. And it's just going to overall increase and enhance your life and the things that you have to do, in addition to the support of your family. So cash flow, I'm telling you, in this day, in this time, with these gas prices going up, gas prices may not ever reach back to $3, $3 or $2.89 a gallon, or $3.15 a gallon, or $3.39 a gallon, the way it was. You might see gas prices stay in the high $3, close to $4 range. And again, that is taking 30% of your income, is being snubbed away from you every single day, in your necessities, in your food, in your gas, in your natural gas, in in, your toiletries and your clothes. Now if you was to buy, I will say a comparison. I ordered something from Amazon, right? I ordered a pantsuit, a jumpsuit from Amazon. That jumpsuit was like 30 to $40. But when they sent that mess to my house, I was disappointed. I was disappointed. It was pure mess. It was pure mess. The quality of the fabric wasn't good quality. So now I'm looking at, you know what? I have to probably go back to department stores, or I have to probably start shopping some of the retailers that I actually really like. Go back to Gucci and go back to go back to Versace is one of my favorites. I love Versace. But I mean, really go back to, probably, you can go to the outlet stores and get some, it might be out of the season, but who cares? The fact is, we're starting to see the quality of things decrease, and you're having to pay for large quantities. So that's why I'm talking about cash flow. I see, was it Jeff? Oh, Jeffrey, I see that you're on here. Sean, Michael Ray, I see that you guys are on here. Jeffrey, you're into, real estate development. You got to have cash flow, guys. Like, really seriously, we really have to think about this. And in the years to come, we really have to think about really where our resources and things like that are going to come. And look at this as well for those who are trying to develop business credit. Oh my gosh, business credit, guys. Like, listen, they're starting to make things a little bit more difficult for you in order for you to obtain business credit. So it's like once we start to develop the necessary knowledge in order to obtain these things, it's like now now it's too many people knowing about this. Now we got to change the game. We got to change the game to make it even much more difficult. And even a lot of times they're not even qualified to even qualify for these these credit things, whereas you may be qualified, but you can't get it because they switched the game. They changed the game on you. So those are things that we have to think about when it comes to cash flow and capital. I'm telling you, don't leave it up to someone else to trade for you. Don't leave it up to someone else to say, oh, I'll take X amount of dollars for you and I'll turn it into X amount of dollars. Do you know that there's lawsuits right now that are being filed against some of these bot companies or these automated traders or some of these automated platform individual companies where people are putting in their hard-earned money and they're not getting what they're supposed to get, and now they're filing suits against these people, but these people are wasting, they're moving just enough time, to evade as much as possible, because they're not in it for the long term. They're not in it for the long term. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Go back and watch this. Go back and listen. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm available, for your questions, and I'll put my number in this chat so that you guys can reach out to me if you have further questions. Let's see. All right, so I put my number in the chat. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to me and I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful night.